This tough Olympic champion thought he could intimidate Mike Tyson. But this was the result. Before the catastrophic fight, Mike was not in the prime of his career. From being the young phenom who patiently worked his way to the championship belt, he was just another fighter, consumed by life itself. The fight between Mike Tyson and Andrew Golota was one of the most controversial events in boxing history. It took place on October 20th, 2000 at the Palace of Auburn Hills, Michigan. Tyson, known for his ferocity in the ring, was making his return from a suspension for biting Evander Holyfield's ear. Golota, a Polish-American fighter with technical skills, was up for the challenge. A month before the fight, the press conference was held. Both fighters were expected to be there at the same time, but Tyson was really late. The beginning of the conference focused on Golota, who claimed to be in the best physical shape of his life. When the former absolute world champion showed up 3 hours later, he made it more than clear that he was ready to face Golota. The bout began with Tyson throwing fast combinations, but Golota responded with accurate punches. However, the fight quickly devolved into a series of dirty confrontations. Golota received 2 deductions for low blows in the second round, leaving him in a precarious position. Despite this, he continued to fight valiantly. The first round of the fight between Mike Tyson and Andrew Golota was like a whirlwind of power and technique colliding in the center of the ring. As soon as the bell rang, Tyson moved forward with controlled ferocity, his imposing figure moving with a predatory grace. His face, a mask of fierce determination, as he threw rapid combinations of punches intended to stun his opponent. Golota, on the other hand, showed an apparent calm, his posture erect and his gaze focused. With precise movements, he dodged Tyson's early attacks, displaying solid defense and an ability to counter with accurate punches. The ring vibrated with the energy of 2 clashing titans, each move calculated, each punch thrown with the intent to dominate. The crowd watched with bated breath, captured by the intensity of the moment. Tyson continued to press, his speed and power evident in every punch thrown. Golota, however, would not back down, showing impressive resilience against the boxing icon. His own punches found their target, reminding everyone that in the ring, nothing is guaranteed. Time seemed to stand still as the 2 fighters exchanged blows, each seeking to establish his dominance over the other. The roar of the crowd mixed with the sound of clashing gloves, creating a symphony of adrenaline and excitement. At the end of the first round, both men separated momentarily, taking deep breaths as they prepared for the next round. It was an explosive start to a fight that promised to be legendary, a first round that left the crowd anxious for what was to follow. The fight continued its course with slow-motion replays of the best moments of the previous round. Suddenly, when Golota and Tyson were supposed to be seen returning from their corners to the center of the ring, the image captured by the cameras was incredible. They were trying to force the Polish giant to put on his mouth guard. This was a clear sign that the man who had claimed to have everything in place to defeat the great Iron Mike was refusing to come out and fight another round against him. Walking around the ring, Golota even went so far as to shove the referee when he approached him to ask him to return to the fight. He had truly been spooked after only 2 rounds against the legend. While Golota represented madness, he had never been seen to lose his mind like this before. The clock was ticking and the bell was ringing for the fighters to continue the bout. It was unbelievable the struggle that could be seen from Golota's corner. He looked like a spoiled child who didn't want to take his medicine. Probably many people in the arena were confused, but not him. Golota was very clear. There was no force in this world that could force him to go out and fight another episode against Iron Mike. He had had enough, and there was nothing left but to award Mike Tyson the victory. Finally, with a collective gasp of awe and admiration, Golota was declared out of action. Mike Tyson emerged as the undisputed winner of the fight, his fist raised in triumph as the crowd roared with excitement. While a night full of surprises was expected, the only thing anyone could have imagined was that the Polish giant would escape the fight being a true walk of shame. It was later revealed that Golota had a broken bone in his head that could have gone through his brain had he continued with the fight. According to his testimony from the dressing room, Tyson was euphoric, headbutting all the time during the fight. But he questioned the referee's work, as he assured that Mike did not even receive a warning from any of them. After this tough loss, Golota did not step back into a professional fight ring for 3 years. For Tyson, it was a moment of redemption and glory, a reminder of his indomitable spirit and skill in the ring. For Golota, it was a bitter defeat, but also a testament to his courage and resilience against one of boxing's greatest. The fight between Mike Tyson and Andrew Golota had significant consequences for both boxers. For Tyson, the disqualification victory provided a momentary boost to his career, reaffirming his reputation as one of the most feared boxers of his generation. However, this fight could not prevent the subsequent decline of Tyson, who faced several personal and legal problems that affected his career. On the other hand, the disqualification loss had a negative impact on Golota's career. Although he had demonstrated technical skills and bravery in the ring, his reputation for mental fragility was reinforced by this result. Golota struggled to recover from this defeat and never managed to achieve the same level of success in professional boxing. Andrew Golota's decision to pull out of his fight against Mike Tyson in the 3rd round on October 20, 2000 remains controversial. Golota's head injury, a deep cut over his left eye, could have significantly worsened if the fight continued. Severe head trauma can have devastating long-term consequences, including cognitive problems, seizures, and even death. Golota had already lost 2 fights by disqualification to Tyson in the past, and a 3rd loss, especially by knockout, could have irreparably damaged his career. He may never have had a chance to compete for a world title or reach his full potential in boxing. This man was already known to be a temperamental and unreliable fighter. Withdrawing from the Tyson fight only fueled these criticisms and made him an even more polarizing figure in the boxing world. Many boxing fans were eager to see a competitive fight between 2 of the most popular boxers in the world. Golota's decision to retire disappointed them, and some considered it an act of cowardice. He was criticized by many in the media and by the public for pulling out of the fight. They accused him of not having the heart of a champion and of being unwilling to face a tough challenge. Golota would have earned a considerable purse for fighting Tyson. By retiring, he lost that opportunity to earn money and improve his financial situation. Ultimately, it is impossible to know with certainty what the consequences would have been for Golota had he continued to fight Tyson. However, the potential negative consequences to his health, career, and reputation were significant. This matchup was controversial, with some critics arguing that Golota could have continued, while others noted that the decision was fair due to Tyson's obvious superiority. Ultimately, the fight between Tyson and Golota was marked by its brevity and the intense emotions it generated among boxing fans. I hope you liked the video. Remember that you can subscribe so you don't miss the content we have for you every time. Like and comment which moment of the battle was the most fierce for you. See you soon.